Hello, I'm Ed Thiessen, and I'm one of the elders at Wilmington Church. I'm pleased to be with you today to share a short devotional from James chapter 2, verses 1 to 7. My brothers, show no partiality as you hold the faith in our Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory. For if a man wearing a gold ring and fine clothing comes into your assembly, and a poor man in shabby clothing also comes in, and if you pay attention to the one who wears the fine clothing, and you say, "Sit here," in a good place, while you say to the poor man, "You stand over there," or you sit down at my feet, have you not then made distinctions among yourselves and become judges with evil thoughts? Listen, my beloved brothers, has God not chosen those who are poor in the world to be rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom, which he has promised to those who love him? But you have dishonored the poor man. Are not the rich ones the ones who oppress you, and the ones who drag you into court? Are they not the ones who blaspheme the honorable name by which you were called? James 2 gives us a helpful reminder of what really matters in our relationships, which is to be consistent in our love and our care for those that we meet. When we read these words in James, it reminds me about a saying that we have goes like this: don't judge a book by its cover. I find that I'm greatly affected by the outer appearance of people, or their position, or their job, and this influences how I treat them. However, these verses remind me that God doesn't work that way. We're all trying to make a good impression with each other, whether that is the way we dress or how we carry ourselves, but God looks at our heart. James calls us to be impartial and treat others with fairness, which is to look beyond any of the external things we see. God's kingdom is really an upside-down kingdom, but it is a kingdom that is promised to those who love God. In James 1, we are encouraged to ask for wisdom. And one of the areas I think we need discernment in is understanding people better. This would be especially true the first time we meet someone. It is a great opportunity these days to meet people while you wander in your neighborhood or you're in a long lineup at Costco. And in fact, you may be the first impression someone has of what a Christian is like in that meeting. We need to understand that God is working in them just as he is in us, and it isn't always apparent what God is doing in their life. These are unusual days, and many people are looking for comfort or wanting to find something that gives them an assurance of their future. We as Christians have a unique perspective, having received grace and knowing we have God's promise that we are heirs to his kingdom. May God give you the blessing of seeing people as he does, and responding to his leading when he prompts us. Given the concerns of the COVID virus, we need to be more creative in how do we do that in a safe way. But God will give us a way. Thank you for listening.